All right, so we're in the car going to a studio session with Charles. What are you working on?
Yeah, working on my next EP, which is A Night in the Sun. Yeah, gosh, been working on it for a long time.
Now, when you say a long time, you mean like how many times did you scrap the project and start over?
I don't know, but here I am doing it again. I do feel like I'm closer than I've been. I mean, technically, I can stop now and commit to the songs that I have. I've narrowed them down, and I've listened to them in order that I would want them for the track list. And I was really excited about it like a week ago. And I was like, yes, these are the ones. And then 3 days ago, saying it's like second guessing everything. So
what's the plan for today then?
For today, the songs that I know for a fact that I'm going to keep, I want to clean up vocals, redo some vocals now that I've kind of felt like I've sat with the lyrics and the material for a while. But I really want to solidify those so that they sound exceptionally well when I send them all to the artists who I want to feature on them. So that is the goal. Today, I initially was going to work on something completely new, but I'm like, I'll say that for next session. I just need to focus, get ones that I have, in an awesome place, and then move forward. But yeah, so that's the goal. Oh, and then to have a conversation with Keith about kind of where I am with this project right now, in hopes that he can shed some light and maybe talk me off a ledge.
Yeah.
Long Days on the Moon is the current one out. Night in the Sun. It's the one that we're currently working on. So it's like a little sister project, It's two EPs, both in the same kind of world. It's always been intended to show that transition from being in sort of like a dark place to, life is good. I'm happy. I'm living again, and being able to celebrate those people who I care about.
This is kind of new for you, and you don't know what it sounds like or what it looks like to express yourself in that way through the music. So what has the journey been as far as finding out what a happy song or a happy album is?
And that is the piece that has caused me to scrap and redo, and that's been the thing. Because the more I sit with understanding what does it truly mean for me to be happy and learning how to express that in the music, it's been hard. My whole first album was called Shattered. Then the newest EP is Lonely Days on the Moon. I don't want to be that artist who's always going through something. I've actually been in a really good place. It's easier to write the "you did me wrong" and "what was me" songs. Those are easy. But it's not in the other place where artists can easily write "I love you" and "this relationship is awesome." Being able to talk like that. I'm in an in-between stage where not in love right now and don't have that kind of little story going on, but I'm still happy nonetheless. I'm happy with myself, and I'm happy with my friendships. I'm happy with a lot of things in life. And it's just you don't hear songs about friendships without it coming off corny. It's how do you celebrate being in a good place, and even finding out how do you transition from the lonely dark space to the light. There's a transitional period. There's work that had to go on in between. It's I'm trying to capture that. Yeah. And so every time I do get new inspiration, here I go starting a new project. I mean, it just keeps starting over. Before you know it, I don't know. I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of songs sitting around.
How many songs you got? How many unreleased songs you got in your phone?
I don't even know, honestly.
Because you had this app you were showing me. It's a different from your notes app, or that you just have songs.
I have a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, even on the newest EP that's out right now, one of those songs is because my dad. I was just playing unreleased stuff to my dad, and he was just yo, that's just sitting there, and I just all right, fine, So he has been that person who's yeah, put that out there, So, but yeah, I just got songs sitting because I changed my mind and changed how I feel about stuff.
So I'm here to be like, all right, Charles, that's good. You know, keep that.
Facts.
Because Charles is very talented, but I'm like, the pattern is that there's a little perfectionism in there. And so...
Don't listen to that. That's not true.
But then I'm noticing, like, when he actually releases stuff, I'm like, okay, I see, like, I always see the vision. But I'm like, the vision that I see currently, I'm like, oh, that's good, that's great. But then the vision that you see is better. That's why I like being here to witness it in person. Because I'm like, when I'm not witnessing it in person, I just hear, oh, 5 songs are done. And the next week, oh, I scrapped them, now we're doing 5 more. I'm like, well, what? I know the songs were good, so like, what is the problem? But to be here and see why you scrapped it, or to like hear
like if I'm not obsessing over it when I leave the studio, like if I'm not, when I get home and I put my headphones in, I want to make sure that I'm like, yo, okay, this is really good. And a lot of times I want to hear it at its most raw state. Don't touch, nothing. Don't compress nothing. Don't none of that stuff. Don't tune nothing. Don't do nothing. I want to hear it in its most raw state possible, and I want to love it at that state, because that means if I approve it there, then it can only sound that much more better when it's like mixed and mastered, etc. But on a raw level, I need to be able to vibe with it, because that's what live is probably going to sound like, right? So I'm like, gotta be good. I gotta want to hear it 1,000 times before I go to bed tonight. And if I don't want to hear it, then nah. If I either 1 or 2 days, I gotta figure out how to make it better, or it's scrapped.
And why don't you do something like A Night in the Sun? You drop that EP, and then you drop the same EP with the extended version where the Throwaways was on.
And that's kind of how my Method of Madness is starting to work. So it's more like I'm celebrating anniversary moments,
right, and
reflecting back on that process, and then being like, hey, here's some more material. So that's why I'm planning on doing actually with like the Shattered album, which is why I'm just like footage and stuff that's been sitting around the vault. It's gonna have its moment, because we're gonna be celebrating like, yo, this is the first album, and it's been X number of years, and yeah, it'll eventually see the light of day. It won't be immediately.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah,
we respect it for now.
So this project specifically has, this has been, process-wise, has been kind of the way how we normally do all of our songs. The project overall it's a little bit different, because this is the first project Charles is choosing to be happy. So so it's a little different. The way we work is we're able to get the concepts out. He has an idea, he'll come, we'll get the concepts out pretty quickly, so we have an idea of what the vibe is, what it sounds like. There was a whole list of songs, right, messing with this guy, and he just puts a lot of them on the chopping block for one reason or another. So we're at that point now to where we are critically judging each song to see if it actually fits cohesively together to make a great project. So it's not just like having one great song or a couple great songs, but it's like, how well do all of those fit together? So we are in that process now. Almost every song still maybe has something to do to it before we get to like post work. So that's where we're at. It's a fun process. It's never dull. It's never a dull moment.
Like after this session, you're trying to lock in which ones are staying in the album.
Yeah, so that I can start sending them out to the feature.
Correct. Yeah. So right. Kudos to him. He's we're including a lot of features, and we're at the point now where the song has to be at a certain point to where we're comfortable to send it out to features, so that they have the correct idea, the right vibe of the song, so that they can add their 2 cents to the song as well. You want to kind of get the song to a stage to where it's like, hey, if we change anything, most likely this is the song. So it's not like early in the creative process where it's like we don't know what we're doing. It's like, no, this may be the song. Like it may change a little bit after you put your 2 cents in, but most likely this is the song. You know, this is the vibe it's going to be. So we're at that stage, and we have a couple of those songs that we have to kind of get ready to send out, and you know, yeah, for sure. So that's that. Yo, this whole project.
That's crazy. What?
This whole project is stupid.
What? That's incredible.
This whole project.
That's incredible.
And another feature as well. So I'm just putting out vocals where he should be.
It feels so good, it's just so good to be loved by you. I can't explain, it can't contain it to be loved by you.
This is a vibe. So what's 3?
All right. Now, if it stays, number 3 would be only.
Oh, heck yeah! I played that like last night for no apparent reason.
That's crazy to me.
Like 1 in the morning, I was testing. I said, "Is this only click?" yeah. Nah, you- This is staying. You.
Hey! Okay, noted.
Hey, yo.
Because that was on the chopping block too.
I know it was. I could tell. I said, nah.
Right, see, preface if
Yeah,
this
let's-
stays, it'll be number 3.
Yeah. Let's clarify that right now.
All right.
Real quick, does this turn on that light?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can cut it on if you need to.
Yeah, little extra light.
Yeah, I got a big soft box every time I
You know, I'm dark over here in the cut, you know, with black on.
if you want me to bring that soft box right in here, I can. All right. Follow me here. Because, all right, when we start off with Next to Me, great intro, leaving off from like the last project you did, right? And then when you travel through the whole song list, you go to Handle It. Last song is really just like wrapping up the project.
Right.
But like You Choose Me and Handle It, like literally puts you into your next project.
It does.
You get what I'm saying? Like you can kind of see like,
Facts.
you know,
Facts.
each
The
song,
progression.
each project.
Yeah. Potentially track 5, You Choose Me.
And when you're done testing models, you know it's just hit just right. You know it's just hit just right. Don't give it in, I know just what I want. I know just what you need, it's me. And it's you, I'm always choosing first. I hope you choose me first, we'll see if you choose me.
Yeah!
That probably the scrap.
Would you choose me?
That's a half scrap potential.
You choose me?
I know. 'Cause I'm like,
You know what video I'm definitely going. You know which one?
which ones do you like? What do you really like? Yo, that needs a
You're
video.
not even going to like this because this was on your chopping block.
Oh,
Only,
I knew it was number 3.
like that's not the single, but it's like I feel like
Like my goal is to do 3 singles. You know, I mean, if I could do all,
shoot, I'm down with that. Yeah, so it'll probably be love for me. It'd be Loved by You, Only, and Handle It.
if I were choosing 3 singles, like initially in my mind, it was gonna be "Loved by You" as the first single. Then I actually was gonna choose "Last Song" as a single,
Really, Les?
which is I don't know. Like I just feel like I was gonna give people just a different vibe, different elements for me than they're used to.
Okay.
You know, and then number 3 was gonna be "Handle It."
There you go.
You know, those are gonna be my 3 singles.
There you go.